All right, what's going on, guys? So, welcome to today's video, welcome to a stream today. Um, yeah, we're gonna be doing some severe weather coverage, and I haven't seen this yet. This is just starting up now. I'm just starting this. We'll probably be on for a little bit. Um, and this is one tornado warning. We're just gonna get right into this. This is one tornado warning here in Texas for Lynn County. This looks like a very dangerous storm right here. It's got the classic hook echo. Damaging tornado has been spotted about 9 minutes ago. So yeah, we do have a very dangerous situation, as storm spotters have confirmed a tornado with this storm here in Texas. So the rotation, it's there, not the strongest right now, but we definitely do have rotation right there. Usually look in the hook echo. Yeah, there's not some hook echo, but yeah, right here is where I do see the tightest rotation. You can see we do have this supercellular thunderstorm with the hook on it, so that's very concerning. See, yeah, right here, this is a classic thunderstorm. It's very isolated. It's a very isolated cell, and you do have this hook echo on this storm, which is a very classic looking signature. Um, it's a very concerning signature as well. So again, we have had a confirmed tornado. Looks like the velocity is spiking up a little bit. Right here is where I do see the highest rotation. We'll switch the reflectivity over to the correlation coefficient. See if we see any debris. And yeah, maybe, yeah, right here. That lines up really good. This is it's hard to say because we have all this clutter around here. But I do think we do have a tornado on the ground still. To the just to the northeast of Ta Tahoka Tahoka. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure how to say it, but I do think we do have a tornado right here. So like we have, even if there is no tornado, we have some very strong winds here. So we have some 60 plus mile per hour winds here, but right here, there's the strongest rotation, and right where we have the strongest rotation, we have this little blue color right here. Looks like we just got an update, and it looks very good now. Actually, that's really good news. The rotation is not too strong anymore. It's kind of hard to find right here. Yeah, I think the tornado has lifted. That's a very fast one. We'll still keep an eye on this one, but I do think for the time being, this storm, the tornado has lifted. You have the inflow air, and then you got the all this mixing in and creating this to turn and mess that arrow up. But yeah, even if there is no tornado, which does not look like there is one right now, looks like it might have actually lifted, which is good news. You still have the threat for some very strong winds. I'll just get a reading right here. See what some of these winds are. About 60, 70 mile per hour winds. And also, looks like we just got a new scan. Right. I think right here is the strongest I can tell. You get the red and blue right next to, or greens right next to each other. That's where I do think the strongest rotation is. I'm just gonna put correlation coefficient back on. See if that's where. Might be to the north. It's right here. And that does line up where it is. It's hard to tell right now with this storm. So what we're gonna do right now, I don't want to go to base velocity. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna let this storm do its thing right now, see if it gains any strength. And we're gonna look at these two tornado warnings in Nebraska right now. So this does include Lincoln, and we do have a mesocyclone here, and if there is no tornado, there is some very torrential rain and some very large hail falling. But yeah, just to the uh southeast of Lincoln, Nebraska is where we do have this possible tornado. I think right here's where we do have the strongest of rotations right there where we have the reds and greens next to each other. I want to see if there is a confirmed. This one expires in 9 minutes. Golf ball sized hail with this one. See, there is no confirmed tornado, but ping pong ball sized hail and a tornado is possible with this one. So again, no confirmed tornado with this storm, but this does include Lincoln, Nebraska. And even if there is no tornado, there could be some very large hail possibly the size of golf balls. So here's a severe thunderstorm warning in Nebraska. So we have all these in Nebraska. We had so here's the storm in the tornado warning in Nebraska, the tornado warning in Texas, and then we just have severe thunderstorm warnings extending all the way actually now from Wisconsin down to Texas. So a very large sorry about that, large stretch of severe warnings, severe weather, but over 1,100, almost about 1,150 miles of severe weather warnings. So again, we do have this tornado warning for Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm not seeing very strong rotation, but that is a very concerning hail core right here. So yeah, that is a very concerning hail core right here. So you have the rotation that's right here, and then even if there is no tornado, you have some very large hail where these pinks and even that little speck of purple right there. New radar scan. Nice, good. But yeah, still some very large hail. Looks like the velocity it's still very broad. There's where the strongest would be. So I where I think it could be. So just yes, this one, that, and then that. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't match up. But again, this is a very dangerous situation right now. Even though there is no confirmed tornado with this storm, you do have the threat for some very large hail, and possibly a tornado with this storm. So we'll go back to this one in Texas where there was a confirmed tornado. We'll see if the velocity has spiked up. And wow, those are some very strong winds. So I think the tornado threat is diminishing with this, but what are we actually seeing? 116-mile-per-hour winds on the velocity. So you have some very powerful winds with this storm. It doesn't matter if there's a tornado or not. There's some very strong winds. Here's the strongest area of rotation, which is still very fairly broad, but you have this large area of some very powerful winds. So again, if there's no tornado, take cover still because these are tornado-like winds. So again, we have the supercellular thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. This warning's in effect for another 6-7 minutes. So and 8 minutes ago now, another confirmed tornado. Weather spotters have confirmed it. So I'll circle the area I see the strongest rotation, which is right here. See what's going on with the correlation coefficient to see if we can see maybe actually. So, oh yeah, radar signature has spiked up. The velocity signature has spiked up again. Yeah, with these strong winds, it's hard to even really tell what it is because there could be some debris from buildings getting shredded apart from these strong winds. So right here, I'm just gonna put this full screen, the velocity. I'm gonna put the velocity full screen so that I can show you what this looks like on a more zoomed in. Oh, can't zoom in too far. Far anyway. So again, right here, this is where we have the strongest area of rotation, where we have the orangey brown color touching the green color. So again, just to make this a little easier on myself, I'm gonna go ahead and look at it on my phone. Looks like actually, yeah. Yeah, these radar signature, the rate of velocity signature is spiking up again. We do have that couplet, but with this storm here, I'm just gonna make it easier on myself. Look at the couplet on my phone, just to get an easier idea, to see. So on the inbound side, we have about 54. On the outbound side, we have about 80. So very, very strong couplet with this storm. So yeah, about 134-mile-per-hour couplet with this storm. We also have some very, very strong winds. I'll circle the area where there's great concern for strong damaging winds right here on the order or in excess of 80, 90 miles per hour is what we have there with those winds. So again, if you are just tuning in, we have a tornado warning in Texas, and it's very concerning, not only just for tornado, but some very strong winds. Like I picture right here about 100 miles per hour of winds. I think this is just some radar defection right here. Yeah, it's definitely 100 right there. I think that was just some radar defection there. But again, we'll put this back on. We'll get the velocity reflectivity signature back on. See, yeah, that is spiking back up again. Right there is where we have the very, very powerful winds. Actually, let's get a reading right here. Actually, that is some very 122 miles per hour of outbound winds. So yes, that is a very, very strong storm right now. So we have a very, very strong couplet. This is a very dangerous storm right now. So, oh gosh, yeah, this storm looks like it may be producing a tornado again. They're definitely going to be extending this tornado warning because this very concerning signature goes in effect. It's in effect for another 3 minutes, but I think I'm definitely sure it will go extended. Hard to tell right now. Right, no, it's right there. Where's this right here? Oops. Actually, I if there's no tornado, right here is actually concerning because this is where the 100-mile-per-hour winds are, and you can see we have this little speck. Almost looks like a tornado debris signature, but it looks to me like there's just debris flying from these very strong, powerful winds. And we just got a new scan in. What does this look like? The rotation right here. There's the strong rotation. Um, which we saw very strong, powerful winds with this storm. We'll see what this looks like. So let's get an update right here. Right there. There's the concerning signature. So yes, if you are just tuning in with us, we have very, very powerful storm here in Texas that could be producing a tornado. If not a tornado, it could be producing some very, very strong, powerful straight line winds. So we'll take a look at the severe thunderstorm warning, see what it says. Gulf Coast has hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This goes in effect for another 16, and tornado warnings just extended. So, so yes, this tornado warning was just extended another 31 minutes with this one. Um, PDS tornado warning right here. Damaging tornadoes. Weather spot at 3 minutes ago. They confirmed another tornado. So yes, this storm is producing a tornado again. This tornado is wrapped in dust and rain. It may be difficult to see. 4 miles east of Tahoka, moving southeast at 55 miles per hour. So very dangerous storm right here. Um, so yes. Also, hail could be on the order of 1.75 inches. Yeah. Ooh, my gosh. Inflow. I'm not sure if this is. I think this might just be some hail, but oh yep, spiked back. I think we might have a damaging tornado right here. These pings usually represent hail. I think we might have a tornado. I think that might be debris ball. Actually, we're gonna check the correlation coefficient real quick. See, it's difficult to tell. Can't really tell right now because this is all messy right now. It's all messy, so it's hard to really tell with this. But all I can really tell, this is definitely out into the open country where there's not a lot of population, so you really won't see too much debris until this goes over a populated area, which I'm hoping it doesn't. But yes, again, very concerning signature right here with these winds. This rotation right here. Got the inflow. So right here you have these inflow. Mess that up. You have these inflow winds, and it looks like it decreased a little bit, but hmm. Hmm. Yeah, we still have very strong winds here. I'm not ruling anyone out of this. This is just a very dangerous storm. All right, so I just drew this up for you guys real quick. So the greens are the inflow air, and you got the outflow air wrapping around. Right here, the circle is your strong rotation, which the winds on this, I think the damaging wind signature is greater than the actual tornado threat. Other that is a very strong signature. I'm just trying to get a reading here. So yeah, we still have about 114 mile per hour couplet with this storm. So yes, this still is a very dangerous storm. So yeah, we still do have some radars. It's still indicating some winds up over 100 miles per hour. So yes, this is a very dangerous storm. Has the capability of producing a lot of damage. Um, so yeah, this is a dangerous storm. I'm gonna wait for an update here. So yeah, we do still have a tornado warning in Nebraska. Uh, I guess while we wait for this to reload, we'll take a look at this other tornado warning in Nebraska. Mm, mm, yeah, I'm not seeing too big of a tornado threat right now. Actually, right here's where we have the strong couplet. I think the main threat will be some very strong damaging winds with this storm, as we do have this gust front, this backward C shape, the gust front, moving, basically, um, southeast. So yes, we do have this very strong storm here. I think the damaging wind threat with this storm is higher than tornado threat. Right here, we have these winds back here towards Bennett in Nebraska. The winds that could be in excess of 60, 70 mile per hour. So if there was a tornado right here is where the highest potential would be, and it's very, very broad. I do want to go back to this one in Texas to see if we have a updated signature. Yeah, that has really spiked up significantly. So yeah, a very concerning signature right here. So, let me just see what this is. 156 mile per hour couplet right there. I definitely there. This is out in the open country, so there's probably not going to be a lot of. Yep, there it is. This fallout zone right here. That's where we do have the strong rotation. It could be a tornado right there. So, yes, this is a very dangerous storm right now that has the capability of producing a tornado right here. And just got an update and rotation right here. And I think it left it again, but jeez. So yeah, again, this is out in the open country. So it's picking up a lot of dust, but it's not picking up a ton of debris, which makes it very difficult to tell if there is a tornado on the ground because we have this very strong couplet here, but we're not really getting confirmation of debris being wafted into the air. 144-mile-per-hour couplet with the storm. And feeding in, and there's your couplet. So again, I'm going to repeat myself again. Sorry if you're getting a little annoyed, but if there is no tornado, these are very strong winds, in excess of 100 miles per hour. So yes, this is a very dangerous storm that does have the potential to produce a very violent tornado. So we'll see if there's an update. So yeah, about 11 minutes ago, there was another confirmed tornado. Well, we'll say there's another update. So severe warning goes for another about 10 minutes, I think. Another 8 minutes with this severe warning. 80. There it is. Very dangerous storm. 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts and golf ball sized hail. So I wouldn't be surprised if this gets looks like it just got extended actually, or shrunk a little bit in size. But it's 80-mile-per-hour winds. I think that is a very good bet. And it looks like the tornado is the rotation is kind of going out. This is just the ground clutter over here. We got 110. That's probably definitely not happening. So again, we still do have this couplet right here, not as pronounced as it once was, thankfully. But again, this still is a very dangerous situation. There's your couplet. And just see. Yep, it's these radar images. Every image you go like it weakens sometimes, then it strengthens from time to time. So yeah. I can't really tell. So I think it may be weakening. Maybe. I'm not saying it is. I think it might be. But these winds are still very strong on this with this storm. One more look at this one up here in Nebraska. Or, yeah. I think the bigger threat is some very large hail with this storm. So, yeah, I think this tornado warning will be allowed to expire. It goes in effect for another 6 minutes. Quarter-sized hail and tornadoes possible with this storm. And we have a new tornado warning in Kansas. Yeah, that is very large hail is possible with this too. Tornado and golf ball sized hail radar indicated. So, yeah. Rotation is right about there. So it's really not the strongest rotation like we've seen all day. But yes, there is definitely some rotation there, and we will keep an eye on that one. So, Texas. Yes, I do think this storm is weakening finally. So, yeah, the rotation is definitely not as pronounced as it once was. There's where you do have the couplet, still some winds, but yes, the rotation does not look to be as strong anymore, and the hook echo is going away, which means if there is a tornado, it will definitely be rain wrapped now. If it wasn't already, it definitely will be rain wrapped. So we'll take a look at the correlation coefficient. See if we can see anything. I have not seen anything. So yeah, it is. This is the loop. You can see where it has been strongest and where it's weakened. Um, so yeah, here I'll put this back to this area so you can see the hook echo, how pronounced it came. Then as it just got shrouded and just started becoming one big storm. Yeah, it is definitely rotating. You can actually kind of see it with the storm rotating. So yeah, very dangerous storm, and it looks like it finally is losing its steam, and the rotation is starting. There is definitely still rotation with the storm, just not as pronounced. And this area is now under a flash flood warning. Actually, we'll take a look at how much rain's fallen. Last hour, how much rain has fallen. Ooh, yeah, oh, ooh, wow. Yeah, definitely a lot of rain. About 2 inches of rain has fallen. Okay, yeah. Yeah, about 3 inches of rain has fallen in the last hour because of this storm. So yeah, there's several hazards with this storm. Basically, you have everything with this storm, from a tornado, strong straight line damaging winds, um, large hail, lightning, and flash flooding. So we'll give it about 3 more minutes, see what it does, and if it's not as pronounced, I'm gonna sign off for now. So we'll give it another few goes. Yeah. Oh, new tornado warning in Kansas. There's this other one up here. Yeah, I don't really see big rotation. I see some strong damaging winds with this one. We're on to this one again. Very broad. There's your setup. Yeah. It's not even in the storm where it is rotating. Unless it's right there. I don't know. It's hard to pick out with that one right there. Back to the one in Texas. And the one in Nebraska has expired. So yeah, we still do have this couplet here. There it is. So yeah, we spiked up again. Yeah. All right. I do want to see what this is like. Right. 151-mile-per-hour couple. That is a strong storm. See if there's update what this. See if there's another confirmed. Nope. Still nothing else. So, yeah, that is very dangerous. We're gonna wait for one more scan. So, yes, very dangerous right now. Not getting a new scan. Awesome. Yep, there's a new scan. Not as pronounced. Oops. Yeah, the storm is definitely weakening. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out here. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Stay safe out there.